So basically, I'm making this video because I noticed all the that's going on in the world. So basically, I noticed that there's a lot of people that discriminate against people that are different than them, and they say stupid. I don't give a about their feelings. Like like feelings don't exist anymore. It's harder. So basically, you're saying you don't give a about the people that committed suicide or get bullied, and the young kids that get bullied and committed suicide. That's basically what the saying when you say I don't care about feelings. So my videos are mainly for the people that are considered outcasts, like the people that are different, or they don't fit in, they're different. That's who I'm making the videos for. That's who I'm making the music for. Honestly, I'm at the point where I feel like, okay, y'all normal people don't give a about my feelings, or people like me, you don't give a about feelings. So why the give a about yours, right? So I'm basically doing these videos and music for the outcast. When 95% of the normal society are hypocrites, bigots, and they discriminate and they don't give a about us, why should I give a them, right? So I'm just gonna, continue doing my thing. But like I said, I know how the outcasts feel. Like if you're somebody that's in school and you get bullied a lot or discriminated against, or you're somebody that's different, whether you be trans, gay, androgynous, emo, punk rock, gothic, geek, like whatever. Like I'm all for the outcast, because I understand your pain, because I am an outcast. So I understand how it feels to suffer. And for these people to say we don't give a how you feel, it's just asinine. It's ruthless, because there's so many people getting bullied in school and then taking their lives and everything, because they're different. And they're basically saying we don't give a about those people. That's what they're saying. So I realize I just need to focus on those that are like me and try to uplift them. When 95% of the quote unquote normal people are such assholes, you know, so why the care about their feelings? I used to, but to be honest, I'm starting to not care about their feelings anymore, because they're complete assholes. So yeah, so if you're outcast, you know, my videos are for you. My music is for you. So you could feel like you have some type of hope. There's some type of hope. Because trust me, I know exactly what the go through. I know the pain and the suffering, you know, the discrimination. I know it all, because I go through it as well. Like I said, to those that don't give a about how we feel or anything like that, you know. Now I'm not saying all of them are like that, but if 95% of them is like that, damn near all of them are like that. Like basically the world basically went to shit. That's all they do. And I noticed ever since this COVID, this pandemic and all this hit, they got worse. They got a lot worse. So they discriminate even more so than what they already were. I seen some, video, well actually I see it a lot in YouTube comments, how they say, oh, feelings, we don't give a about your feelings. We don't give a if we offend you or hurt you or bully you. I don't care about feelings. That's what they say. So it's like they'll make a derogatory statement or comment towards somebody, and then when that person says, "Oh, I'm offended about that," then they turn around and say, "I don't give a about your feelings." That's the most off the wall, craziest shit that I've ever heard. That shit is absurd, you know? It's sad. Sad world we live in. You know? That they're just like I said, they're the type of people that will be like, oh, my kid's getting bullied at school. Their kid gets bullied at school. They're the type that say, talk to the kid, and instead of, going to the teachers or to the principal and say, yeah, there's these students keep bullying my kid, they're the type that will, damn near discipline their kid and say, oh, you need to stand up for yourself. You need to fight back. You need to fight the bullies. And then next thing you know, their kid ends up taking his life because they're stupid. Don't give a about nobody's feelings. They're, they don't give a they basically saying, I don't give a I damage you, with my discrimination. I don't give a what it does to you mentally, emotionally. I don't care about feelings. That's all they say. All they do. This is all they do. All they is discriminate against people. Use the word opinion to hide behind their discrimination, and then say, I don't give a about your feelings. It's sad. It's truly sad. And I'm just over here just chilling. Yep, sad. Like, I'm the type of person, I don't know, I guess people that that go through a lot of stuff like us, and when we get discriminated against, like most of us usually end up accepting, everyone, because we see things from a different perspective, since most of the time we're the one being discriminated against, so we understand, other people's perspectives. So that's the type of person that I am. Like, I don't give a what you are. Like, especially if you're like an outcast, those are the people that I want to uplift because I understand them the most, But like I said, before, that they flipped everything, you know. Somebody can discriminate against, a particular group of people, and they call them a hero for doing so. And then when that particular group of people, you know, tries to defend themselves, they say you're too sensitive. We don't give your feelings, And it needs to change, to be honest. There needs to be a change because it's not getting any better. It's getting worse. Like I just can't understand, I can never put myself in a position, or like I can't even like ever put myself in a position where I just can discriminate against somebody. That's why I say I don't see how they go around discriminating against everybody. It's like you gotta be an evil ass motherfucker to be discriminating against people like that. Like I'm not even able to do that. Like, I don't know how to do that. My main passion is music. You know, I love to express myself through music. It helps me like get out my emotion, you know. Like I have so much emotion, pain, you know, some anger, you know. I mean, that's just natural. Like when you're treated like constantly treated like for being different, you know, you tend to have you know all types of emotions, and music is my way to express, to put out that, you know, release that emotion. So yeah, the world needs to change, you know. But like I said, you can't um you can't make people change, you know. That's something they have to do on their own. And then the sad thing is, these people were taught that shit, you know? They didn't just come out the womb discriminating against people. They were taught that shit. So somebody in their family or close to them, or something they seen, or you know, somebody taught them to discriminate. And the hardest thing to do is unteach yourself. It's easy to be brainwashed. It's hard to unbrainwash yourself. That's the hardest thing. It's like a computer, you know? Like you're constantly uploading stuff in your brain. And the hardest thing, the hardest thing is to get rid of brainwashed. You know, if you're brainwashed to hate a particular group of people, it's hard as to undo it. You know, that's what I learned. You know, especially like fear-based stuff. If they put fear in your brain, it's hard to, you know, get rid of it, erase it, or change it around. But I don't know. I feel like one day, though, honestly, I feel like one day soon people will, you know, realize that all that discrimination, all that bullshit is trivial. All that shit is trivial. You know? People need to get it together, you know. I like that song, Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror. I like that song. People really need to pay attention to the lyrics, you know? He was ahead of his time. That's what people need to do. The man in the mirror. That's the problem. That's the problem. That mother mirror. People always like to point fingers, you know, pointing fingers. Anyways, I'm out.